Good morning. I am in Fairhaven, Massachusetts, and I'm heading to Cushman Park, where every year there's a program, Yoga at the Park, and anybody can come and do a yoga session with a very qualified instructor. I have photographed this many times. However, today, from what I understand, there's going to be a flute player. So I don't know how this is going to work, but a flute player with yoga sounds interesting to me. So I think we should go photograph. Oh look, there's a lot of
excitement there. On your next inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Rise tall. Exhale, swan dive, leading with the heart first, head second. Inhale, float to the half lift. Long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Deep knee bend. Take it all the way up, riding that wave. Unfurling the body. Take another breath. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands right into the center of the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Pull the sternum through. As the sternum is like on a string, the shoulders drop back and down. And we'll do it again, sending the arms up overhead, bracing. And if there was a big wind that came along, you might tumble, right? So then you fall and you do like Beyonce. You fix your weave, you fix your skirt, you finish the song, you come back in and you attack it again. Bring the hands and the feet arm reaching up and around. And you might get into a stillness here, or maybe that right arm starts to play. Maybe there's a spiral happening and tuck back in and breathe. Follow sensation of the breath into the body. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Stepping the right foot back. Come into contact with your breath, more fun. Kick that right ball mound down. Right heel press the arms to warrior two. Left toes to the front of the mat. Right toes to the side of the mat. Inhale everything up, lengthen the arms and legs, reach tall. Exhale, warrior two, bend left knee, press out of the right leg, inner thighs squeezing closed. Inhale, rise, reach, lengthen.
Oh, how are you?
Good. We're like, oh, Peter Pereira should come take pictures.
You should have told me.
Yeah. Well, they're always there in the morning. The kids.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah. The meadow is beautiful. It's all got flowers up.
See, this is how relationships in the community. I mean, Michelle here just told me about something that I might not be aware of, but now I'm really interested in. So that's how it works. It's like if you're not in the community, you're never going to discover things. You're just going to get press releases. That's not journalism. Journalism is being out there to discovering things. So the class is done. And photographing people doing yoga is not as easy as it seems, because there's a lot of poses that just don't translate very well in photographs. So you have to be real aware of that. You have to be really sensitive to the idea that people, are letting you in, and they're you know, they're exposing themselves in a lot of ways. Now, granted, this is a public space, but still, you know, you want to create interesting photographs that tell the story, but you're not here to, you know, shame people or whatever. I mean, you're here to tell the story. If you see something interesting and okay, maybe somebody's doing something silly, yeah, it makes for a great photo as well. So keep everything in mind, but also understand that just because it looks visual doesn't mean that it makes great photos. You have to really try hard to extract the most you can from a scene. And Jeff here, the instructor, I photographed him a whole bunch of times, and you can see he's a real popular cat.
That says I can see you a little bit.
That was incredible. Thank you very much.
All right, so we got the flute player. Tell me your name.
My name is Tom Short.
And you're obviously, you've been playing flute for a long time.
For a long time, yeah.
What was that
50
final
years.
instrument that you were playing? I have never seen that before.
That was an ocarina.
Okay, what is an ocarina? Seriously.
An ocarina is like a Native American instrument.
Yep.
It's got deep roots in Mexico and in this country, and it's a ceramic instrument. And there's different sizes. The original ones were shaped like a sweet potato, and were actually called a sweet potato.
Interesting.
Known for that.
So when you were playing, what were you thinking at the end there? Because obviously that's still photographs. That's something that never translates as sound. So what were you thinking? I mean, obviously people were laying down and they were in, I don't know much about yoga, but they looked like they were very relaxed. They were very feeling the moment.
So I was trying to play something that had a sort of Native American flavor, with some of the grace notes and just longer tones, a lot of longer tones, a little bit of melody, but nothing that, you know, would disturb or somebody would latch onto in that way.
Yeah, I really felt that. I thought that was really cool, really cool. I thought that instrument was spot on for the moment, you know?
Thank you.
So yeah, I hope that the photograph captures that, you know? And if you look at the photo, what I was trying to do is I was trying to put the musician in the foreground, so he's really a strong element. But in the background, you can see everybody laying down on the grass. So it creates a story, and that's what, you know, that's what photojournalism is all about. All right, so Jeff, what's up, man?
How are you, Peter?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I've photographed Jeff quite a few times. He's a yoga instructor, plus many other things at many different capacities. And it's funny, but again, I want you to, I mean, this is about what photojournalism, how to approach it. So a guy with a camera shows up. You're in the middle of a park with 100 people doing yoga. What goes through your mind, seriously? If you don't know the guy.
Oh, if I didn't know the guy?
Yeah. No,
I'd
be
be like,
honest.
who's zooming in on the yogis?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, how important is it to have a relationship with someone like myself, who you know, whose work is nothing new?
Thank you so
My
much.
first time. It
I'm
was
Jeff.
great. I'm Tina.
Tina,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
What a pleasure. Hey, come see us at the studio.
Oh, great.
But we'll
Thank
be
you.
here all summer.
Okay, great.
All
I'll
right.
be back. Thank you.
Thank you.
So how important is it to trust someone who, like myself, who shows up? You know I'm legitimate. You know that what it is that I do. How much more comfortable are you after that?
Yeah. To have a relationship with a photographer or a reporter and have a history together and know that what's going to come out of this experience is like some magic, right? That trained eye that's also sort of working on the fly, because there's 100 people moving. You know, it's not in unison. It's an individual practice. Yeah.
And there's always something different. I mean, and as a photographer, that's the key too. I always try to photograph something different because it's easy to take the same shots over and over again. And the key is also, just like Jeff is saying, is even if you're conducting, you know, if you're doing yoga, is you need to stay fresh. Same thing with photojournalism. I've been to this park at least 1,500 times in 1 year. So if I come here and I only see the park as a collection of things that I'm familiar with, then I'm not actually seeing the park at all. You know, are you noticing the trees? Are the trees growing? Is the flag in the same location? Look, they repainted the little stage area over there. These are the things that interesting photos arise from. And I remember I photographed Jeff last year where I took a shot and the sun was coming through your hands.
Yeah, it's about to be your August on your calendar
That's right.
for 2021.
That's right.
It's your
See,
August
I
feature.
mean, I show up, he's conducting this class, and if you notice the way that I progressed, I was really outside the circle for a long period of time, and slowly I worked my way in. That's not because I couldn't have just rushed in and started photographing. That is like yoga. You don't start off doing heavy duty stuff. You start off warming up the body and warming up the mind. It's the same thing. As a photojournalist, you work slowly in so that the people become comfortable with your presence and the sound of the shutter. That's the key. You just don't want to be like, oh look, it doesn't work that way. You know, we're not.
Progression.
It's a progression.
Like working out is a progression.
Exactly.
You don't just start headstand.
Exactly.
You work up to it.
Well, listen, guys, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for letting me show up.
Awesome.
I never thought I'd hear a flute player at a yoga session, but I thought that was awesome. That was awesome.